Good evening, my dear student. This is Suryaran, chemistry teacher. Welcome in my channel, Chemistry Wala Anand sir. Thank you for watching my videos continuously and give more views, likes, and share to my channels, and also subscribe it more and more that student can learn the chemistry in different way. So today another topic. Yesterday we discussed all the things about the carbon, discovery of carbon, how the carbons come in the form, and in which subject of chemistry carbon comes, and what is the all the things about carbons of our use in our life or in the body function. But let us start the topic today about the bonding of carbon, because carbon is a compound with lot covalent bond or ionic bond, but we are going the topic in bonding in carbon, that is covalent bond. So let's start the topic. The element carbon is a non-metal and symbol is represented by C, and the atomic number of carbon is 6. As we know that mass number is 12. The electronic configuration is C6 right here, and that is the 2 and 4, and the atomic number of carbon is 6. So the carbon atoms contain 6 protons in its nucleus. So the electronic configuration of carbon is 2 and 4. Let us see whether carbon can form ionic bonds or covalent bonds. So my dear student, carbon can form ionic bonds in two ways, either by losing its valence electron to completely duplicate like helium, or by gaining electron from other atoms to complete its octet in neon. So let us understand the bonding on carbon in electron by losing valence electron. First is by losing valence electron. So my dear student, let us understand how carbon can lose their valence electron. So the topic is started by, if carbon loses its valence electrons electron, it becomes C4 plus ions. And after that, but it is very difficult, but it is very difficult for the nucleus with six protons to hold six protons to hold two outer electron, as it requires a large amount of energy. So let us understand. So carbon forms C plus plus ion, C4 plus ion plus ion. So my dear student, it is quite clear that by losing valence electron, if carbon lose its valence electron, it becomes C4 plus ion. But it is a very difficult for the nucleus with 6 protons to hold 2 outer electron, as it requires large amount of energy. So carbon forms C4 plus ion. Let us understand the second way of carbon, that by gaining electrons. So my dear student, let us understand the carbon by gaining electrons. Excuse me for 1 second. So the second point is, first is the by losing valence electron, second is by gaining electrons. Second is by gaining electrons. So this is the second point of covalent bond, by losing electrons or gaining electrons by carbon. If carbon atom gains 4 electrons, if carbon atoms gain 4 electrons from other atoms, it becomes C4 minus ion. So, but the nucleus with 6 protons with 6 but the nucleus with 6 protons cannot hold 10 outermost electrons, cannot hold 10 outermost electrons 10 outermost electron. So carbon cannot form C4 minus ion. So how does the possibility of forming ion bond is ruled out? Thus the possibility of forming ionic bond is ruled out. So however carbon can form bond by the sharing of its valence electrons of other carbon atoms or with the electrons other elements. So my dear student, it must be quite clear, in doing so both the combining atoms attain the stable electronic configuration. Attain the stable electronic configuration of the nearest novel gases. So the bonds formed is called covalent bond. So let us understand. First, by losing valence electron, the carbon bonding in carbon, that is the ionic or covalent bond, by first losing valence electron. Second is by gaining electron. If carbon atoms gains 4 electrons, if carbon atoms gain 4 electrons from other atom, it becomes C4 minus ion. But the nucleus with 6 protons cannot hold 10 outermost electrons, so carbon cannot form C4 minus ion. And so carbon can gain the carbon by form the covalent bond by losing valence electron is proved, but by the possibility of ionic bond is resulted out due to that carbon is not going to form C4 minus ion, but carbon can by losing valence electron, it gains the, so carbon forms C4 plus ion, but however, it is proved that carbon can form bond by the sharing of its valence electron. Sharing of its valence electron means losing of its electrons of other carbon atoms or with the electron of other elements. In doing so, if a carbon can do this, both the combining atoms attain the stable electronic configuration. So the of the nearest noble gases, the bond is so formed is the covalent bond. So this is all about the bonding in carbon, the covalent bond. So how the bonding in carbon, the covalent bond by the electron dot structure, we will discuss in the further topic about the bonding in carbon, the covalent bond according to the Lewis suggestion, formation of oxygen molecule O2, formation of nitrogen molecule, and formation of covalent triple bond and the tetravalency of the bonding formation of methane. We will discuss in the next video about the bonding formation, how the carbon can form the bonding at the structure wise. This topic we will discuss tomorrow, but this is the way, this is the bonding in carbon by the losing of valence electron and by gaining of electron. So the carbon can form the bond by losing its valence electron, by not gaining the electron. So this is from the covalent bond. So thank you for watching my video. This is Suryan, chemistry teacher. Welcome in my channel, Chemistry Wala Anand sir. Thank you for watching the video. Don't skip the video. Go throughout the video. I will provide you all the topics related to chapter number 1, 2, 3 and already completed. And right now we are discussing the carbon and its compound, chapter number 4. I will promise that before 15 and after approx 20 I will start the crash courses, so please join the crash courses, give more views, like and share to my channels and subscribe it more and more, and share to those students who are aspirant of CBSE 2026. Thanks for watching my video. Good night.